I am so unimpressed. Last night I slept really well. I went to bed at 11 o'clock. I was asleep by 11:30. I slept through till 9:30 in the morning when my alarm went off telling me to take my tablets, and it felt amazing, and I was convinced that I had broken the back of the insomnia that these tablets are causing. And then tonight happens. I don't know that I'm going to get any sleep. Actually, I don't feel particularly like I need sleep right now. Well, I need sleep, but I don't feel like I can sleep. I'm kind of awake and making my hair look like a bank manager's, apparently. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just talking rubbish. Hello! Please excuse the slightly blown out, overexposed backdrop. I'm just trying to make things slightly visually interesting, and so this is where I've chosen to record today rather than on the sofa or in front of some shelves. Turns out I couldn't actually fix the colour issues on that whole section of story, so sorry. Today we're going to talk about, as the title suggests, coronavirus. I'm not going to talk to you about the science of it. I'm not going to talk to you about the things that I don't understand and I'm not qualified to talk about. What I'm going to talk to you about is my own response and how I am dealing with it and protecting myself. Some people are going to disagree with me, some people are going to aggressively disagree with me, and that's fine. You can hit me up on social media, you can leave comments down below, and you can let me know why you disagree or what you're choosing to do for yourself. And I completely accept that everyone is going to have different opinions on this. All I'm trying to do is share my own perspective and my own reaction. The simple thing to say from my perspective is that I have chosen to self-isolate myself in order to make sure that I'm not picking up the virus. I'm immunocompromised. Because of my transplant, I take drugs every single day to lower the level of my immune system in order that my body won't recognize these lungs as a foreign object in my body and therefore reject them and kill me. Because of that immunocompromisation, is that a word? Because of my compromised immune system, I am at much greater risk for contracting coronavirus, but also being much more negatively affected by coronavirus. And the likelihood is, if I caught it, it would kill me. The sun's just come out and it's got even brighter in these windows. I hope you can still see me. You can kind of still see me. Because of these risks, and because we're starting to understand that healthy people may well carry the coronavirus without ever showing symptoms of it, I've chosen to make sure that I'm not coming into contact with anybody who may be carrying the virus. And the reality is that the people who may be carrying the virus are everybody. Obviously, I can't make sure that I have zero contact with any other human in the world. If nothing else, we need to get food delivered to the house so that we don't starve to death while we're trying to protect ourselves from dying of coronavirus. But we can do sensible things to not come into contact with people who may have been exposed. I live in Milton Keynes, where there's already been one death from coronavirus in the hospital, and my brother and my sister-in-law both commute into London, and the likelihood of them catching the virus is relatively high, but they're both healthy, so they may not ever show signs of it. So until we understand the virus better, until we know how to deal with it, until we are confident of the way that it's transmitted and the way that we can test people for it and the way that we can make sure that everybody can stay safe, I'm going to keep myself safe by keeping myself away from people who may have contracted the virus. What that means is most of the time I'm going to be staying in the house, I'm going to avoid going to the shops, I'm going to avoid contact with other people. It doesn't mean that I'm going to lock myself in the house, because actually being out in the open air, walking around, being in the outside world is not only going to be good for my physical health, but also my mental health, because I think I would go stir crazy if I was in here the whole time. Glucose shot. I don't want to say that I'm bad at controlling my sugars at the moment, but I'm bad at controlling my sugars at the moment. Also, I'm recording this as soon as I've got out of the bath, so my hair looks super weird and my face is super red. In summary, I'm doing everything I can to protect myself from the virus, and I would encourage you to do the same. You may not choose to self-isolate, you may not choose to stop going about your daily life, but please follow government guidelines on hand washing and other ways to protect yourself, because you have to remember it's not just about you, it's about the people you come into contact with and the people that they may come into contact with. You never know who may be immunocompromised, and that's really, really important. Please hit like, because that helps other people to find this video, and share it on your social media channels because that also helps. Subscribe to the channel because that makes me feel a little bit better about myself, and hit the little notifications bell up there because that means that you get an alert every time I upload a video, especially because they may be slightly more sporadic than they have been in the past. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.